Parisian Brasserie Simulator positions itself as a restaurant management sim set in Paris. It focuses on menus, supplies, staff and service, and after my first full day it's clear to me that the game succeeds most where it leans into hands-on service, rather than being an abstract management sim. The setting immediately sells the fantasy. The exterior is busy, the architecture feels authentic, and landmarks like the Eiffel Tower anchor the experience. Visually, it's not flashy, but the modelling and the layout are strong enough that the environment feels like a real place rather than a backdrop. The core gameplay loop is where this game really shines. The training-driven prologue walks you through ordering ingredients, prepping dough, baking pastries, assembling breakfast plates, managing storage to avoid quality loss, and then running front-of-house service. You get to prep, store, serve, clear, take payments. The chain makes perfect sense, and when you're busy, it becomes genuinely intense. In terms of realism, the game strikes a really good balance. You're not micromanaging timers constantly, but you are handling trays, ovens, storage, spoilage, and workflow, and it feels realistic enough to be convincing without becoming tedious. Little touches like free bread baskets and quality degradation help to sell the simulation element. The management side is handled through a tablet-style menu, dish selection, profit margins, stock management and smart ordering. They're all clear and practical processes. That part of the interface works really well and feels appropriate for the genre. Where things fall apart a little is in the controls department. If you're trying to use a controller like I was, then you're going to have issues with sensitivity settings, repeatedly failing to save, menu navigation which is entirely broke at points and cannot be used. Certain things like object rotation appear to be only capable of working on a keyboard and mouse, and even after learning how the press and hold interaction system works with keyboard and mouse, many of the actions felt inconsistent or incomplete with the controller. This is something that needs to be fixed in the game, but if you can use a keyboard and mouse, none of that is a problem. The moment-to-moment interaction is clever, but imperfect. The game prevents you from placing incorrect items, which is great for training, but it also interferes with the immersion element. The game will also block logical actions, like stacking dirty plates on top of each other so that you can carry more when things get busy. It's also very easy to trigger the wrong action or struggle to pick up the item that you want. Now, over time, I'm sure you'll be able to nail this perfectly, but there are certain areas where the game could just do with a tiny bit of a polish. The performance was faultless, it held together during a very long service session, and aside from the controller issues that I've already mentioned, there were no major systemic failures to talk about. The day-end summary, early losses and gradual profitability all make sense for a first day and add to that sense of realism. Immersion is strong overall, the pace and the space that you can work in all feels accurate. Customers behave believably and the service pressure ramps up naturally. You can clearly see how co-op would elevate this gameplay experience, with players splitting roles across prep, service and drinks. One of the really key standout features is the way that customers come in and you show them to the table. That is absolutely superbly implemented. Bottom line, this is one of the strongest restaurant sims in its niche. If you're on keyboard and mouse, there's no reason not to give this game a try. If the devs can fix the controller support and make that work properly as well, then I have literally very few, if any, negative things to say about this absolutely superb title.
Bonjour, je parle français. J'ai un peu la gorge sèche après ma balade en hamster où se trouve le centre de dépistage des histeurs.
C'est du français.
Je parle français,
Donc je suis français. J'adore les frites. Un Big Mac avec supplément fromage s'il vous plaît.
bonjour, jolie dame. Je vous parle en français. Vos jambes sont si grosses, elles me font penser à une baguette. J'adore ton cérumen et tes jolis tétons boudeurs. Voudrais-tu me rejoindre à la bibliothèque et du brie?
C'est du français.
Je parle français,
Donc je suis français. J'adore les frites. Un Big Mac Mac avec supplément fromage s'il vous plaît.
Excusez-moi, monsieur, depuis combien de temps parlez-vous français?
Oui, bien, et vous?
Y a-t-il quelqu'un qui prend soin de toi? Sais-tu où tu es?
Ah oui, en effet. Jolie dame, j'ai 11 ans et 3/4.
Comprenez-vous vraiment le français?
Oui, vous aussi, mais bien sûr, je suis le disco gorille.
Je crois que je devrais être quelqu'un pour vous aider.
Le grilled cheese est mon plat préféré.
Tu fais exprès de faire l'idiot? Tu essaies de m'insulter?
Oui, non, excusez-moi. Où est la piscine, s'il vous plaît? J'ai besoin de presser mes oranges.
C'est du français, je parle français, donc je suis français. J'adore les frites, un Big Mac avec supplément fromage s'il vous plaît. C'est du français, je parle français, donc je suis français. J'adore les frites, un Big Mac avec supplément fromage s'il vous plaît.
Bonjour, monsieur l'agent, je suis un haltérophile français avec un slip minuscule. Attendez, pourquoi me saisissez-vous? Je n'ai rien fait de mal, je veux parler à ma maîtresse. Lâchez-moi votre sandwich grillé, votre miche de pain, votre poisson.
Je suis français,
Je vous parle français, alors je vous ordonne de lâcher mes oignons.
je vous en supplie, ne m'emmenez pas au palais. Je suis une délicate fondante en chocolat. Pourquoi me traites-tu ainsi?
Envie d'un plan à 3,